Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing all right. Another walkabout. You can see the green grass of home behind me. Well, when I discuss things on the channel, I usually go with subjects that I have some kind of idea about, or I can talk about them in an intelligent way because I have an opinion. And there are other subjects which I won't go near because I don't know enough about them to have an educated discussion. That being said, every now and again it's nice to talk about subjects together that, well, maybe I don't have a clue about, in the vain hope that somebody can help me understand, or we can help each other understand. That's what this platform's all about, really. Now, like you, I was following the events over the weekend that occurred in Israel, where Iran launched, well, hundreds of projectiles ranging from drones to ballistic missiles in Israel's direction in retaliation for an attack on one of their embassy buildings. And when you read the mainstream media and look at what they're saying, they give a very broad interpretation that, depending on how Israel reacts next, it could cause all hell to break loose in the Middle East, because you have all these individual countries all around the area who have their own ways of doing things and their own ways of reacting, and it could get very nasty very quickly. Now, the media, and therefore everyone else, seems to be very reactionary in their reporting of this and don't look far enough back. Now, I have a very long memory personally, and if anybody wrongs me, I never forget. And if it takes me a long time, the person or organisation that wronged me will pay for what they did in the end, you know. And some people forget the original source of where all the issues came from. Now, you look back to October the 7th. Now, to my mind, there was a load of innocent partygoers enjoying themselves who were then set upon by, let's call them individuals. We know what they were. They were pure evil. They were set upon by individuals who descended on them by various means. All hell broke loose. People lost their lives. People were kidnapped. They're still hostages to this day. Israel retaliated because of the attack on their territory. You see what happened in Gaza and the sheer devastation that's been caused as a result. The innocents that have paid, injured, lost their lives, their property, their home destroyed. It's a tragic loss of life on a gigantic scale, no matter which way you approach it from. So is it right that Israel behaved the way they did? Is it right that other Middle Eastern countries do what they did? For example, Iran last night. Now, Iran have basically said, that's it. You attacked us, we'll attack you. End of story. Although their response, in my view, was probably a little bit over the top. But it's like the school ground bully, isn't it? You punch them on the nose and they stop. And then hopefully that'll be the end of hostilities. Do you think this could escalate? Do you think that we could be in a whole world of trouble? Let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, I refer back to 9/11 because that was an event in our time. You know, there's all the theories about what really happened on that day, but again, it's a tragic loss of life on a scale that we rarely see. I actually had no idea that happened until about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, our time. I remember getting in the car, turning the car on, and the first words I heard were, "The USA has been attacked." I didn't know what to do apart from get home, and I remember the horrific scenes on the television as the towers came down in a replay by then. Awful day. And you look what happened collectively. We went mad. 2001, 23 years ago nearly. It's incredible where that time's gone, and it shaped a generation. It shaped how we conduct ourselves with others. It shaped how we move. It shaped how we think, and it shaped the future welfare of a whole generation of soldiers that have suffered as a result. Do we have to continue with this cycle of torment, this cycle of suffering, or is there a way out? What's really happening over there? Help me understand. That's what this whole video is about. Do you understand? Do you understand what's really going on? Maybe we can find the answers together. Only when we talk about these things, we find what's really going on. You know, the news, the media, they all react. They go, "Oh look, something's just hit them," or "Somebody's fired a missile at someone somewhere," and no one ever asks why. Why? And more importantly, how is it put right before it goes very wrong? You let me know in the comments where you think it's going to go. Do we all need to get the dugouts and the cans of baked beans out? Or do you think the world is safe from tyranny? It's certainly a very interesting time we're approaching, and I think of my kids. I think of everybody else's kids. You know, I've got a 20-year-old son. I've got a 10-year-old son. What future is there for them in this world? It just seems it's all going crazy. I mean, you look at all this around me. Plush green, sea, fresh air, the wonderful world we have. And you know, you go walking in places like this just for a short time, you forget all the craziness that's going on around you. It's peaceful and tranquil. And I implore anybody to go for a walk like this because it clears the head. But really, before I wander too far off the beaten track, help me understand. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, please hit the like button. Spread this around because it's an education. Subscribe to the channel, and if you've got social media, I wouldn't mind a share on your accounts. As always, I look forward to talking to you again soon. Toodaloo.